I'm David Gibson, the Executive Officer of the San Diego Regional Water Quality Control Board.
Okay, I'm Morgan Rogers. I'm the Area Operations Manager for the San Diego Field Office of the International Boundary and Water Commission.
My involvement goes back to the 1980s because this is unfortunately not a new situation. I was a research assistant at the Pacific Estuarine Research Lab in the 1980s. In the early 1990s, I was asked to do a biological assessment of the Santa Margarita River, in which I needed to have a reference condition, a pristine river. I could not find such a river in Southern California from San Luis Obispo to San Diego. So I decided to try the exact opposite, the most unpristine river I could think of, the Tijuana River.
Typically during the dry season, which is between like April and October, when it hasn't been raining, there should be no flow in the Tijuana River. However, for the past year or so, we've had continuous flow. So we know there's something wrong in Mexico, that there should not be flow in the river.
The flows can move as far north on the coast as Coronado, and I note today that the Hotel Del is bracketed by exposure warning notices, and it could even reach as far north as Point Loma.
Oh, I'd say it's a 10.
It's an 11, easily. It is the top priority for the regional board for several reasons.
The beach closures, I mean, Imperial Beach and Coronado, those are resort towns. They rely on tourism for probably most of their economy. And when people can't go to the beach and go swimming, they don't visit. So there's a huge economic impact. I'm not sure what that is, but I know it's huge. There's also the health impact.
The California Department of Public Health has decided to impose a complete prohibition on shellfish harvesting, commercial shellfish harvesting from the border to La Jolla Cove. That's how far north they think the risk of pathogens go.
People that live in that area, breathing the sewer gases, the odors, or if they do go swimming, is the water clean or not? So there's a health issue, an economic issue, and just a quality of life issue.
We have demonstrable public health impacts, not only from water exposure at the beach, but also air quality impacts in people's homes from the sewage flowing by, especially at night. But then there's also the ecological impacts. We've always been concerned about the quality of the water in the Tijuana River. As I said, I chose to sample it because I expected to find the absolute worst conditions in the 90s. That's still true. But during the last 2 years, we've seen a collapse of the ecology of the estuary with a complete loss of all the fish species there. Public health, far more important than fish, but the ecological integrity is also part of the board's mission to preserve and enhance the quality of the state's waters. So there are anecdotal levels right now of impacts to birds. And it may be a very small part of the economy, but there was a significant percentage of people coming to Imperial Beach for bird watching, because you can tally a great many birds in the Tijuana River estuary and river valley that you can't easily see elsewhere in the country. So people are realizing that they can't even come here for bird watching. So there's many, many layers of impacts to the community. The wastewater collection system is in Mexico. The treatment plant is in the US. That's a key barrier to managing the whole system.
We're dealing with a foreign government, so we have no enforcement authority on Mexico. We can't tell them to do anything. I'd say their regulatory structure is different than ours. They're way behind as far as what they allow to be dumped in the river.
It comes down to it's a binational watershed, and the laws and customs and traditions and ability to capitalize and invest in operations and maintenance are very different in the two. I'm encouraged by the progress that we're making under Minute 328, upgrading old pipelines, replacing pumps and pump stations, making PBCLA, the river diversion system, operate effectively again. We're on the right track at last, but many of these construction projects take years to complete.
We all live in San Diego, so we understand. We like going to the beaches too. So it's not us versus them. It's we're part of the solution, and we're part of the community.